Come again, please. Number one
The
was
first benefit of the IUL. You can also say I don't know. That will go fast.
yeah. I don't know.
So today you're gonna know. Alright, so let's go to the next person. Onome Sunshine. What's the first advantage of the IUL, Onome? You can unmute now, sister.
What was the question, Daniel?
What is the first benefit of the IUL? What's the first advantage?
The compound interest.
So you hear that, Daniel? So write down advantage number one, compound interest.
Compound interest, right?
It's always going to be number one. It's never going to be number two. No matter what, it's always going to be, you wake up from sleep, 12 midnight. What's the first benefit of IUL? Compound interest.
Right.
Right. So now, how do you show compound interest? So champion number one, you cannot take more than 1 minute. You can't take more than 1 minute on the first benefit. What's the maximum amount of time you take to explain compound interest? Everybody say 1 minute. Put in the chat 1 minute. 1 minute in the chat, 1 minute. If you're taking more than 1 minute, you're doing it wrong. 1 minute. 1 minute. You guys with me? Alright, so Daniel, stay with me. So advantage number one, compound interest. Year one, how much have you contributed, Daniel? Read it for me.
8,860.
What's your policy value?
7,033.
How much can you take out?
0.
Now it's year five. How much have you contributed?
44,300.
What's your policy value?
39,554.
How much can you take out?
22,814.
So champions realize, put in your notebook, I didn't say what's your cash surrender value. I didn't say that. You guys realize that? I said how much, this one here referred to it as how much can you take out. Do not say what's your cash surrender value. Wrong. How much can you take out? Do not say what is your premium. Those are jargon. We don't want jargons. You're going to speak a language that your client understands easily. How much is your total contribution? Easy. How much is in your policy value? But how much can you take out? Do not say what's your cash surrender cash, whatever. How much can you take out? You guys with me? So you're going to fix it in your head, champion. If you've been doing it wrong, we haven't done an SND skill test in a long time. You've been doing it wrong. Fix it mentally. Don't use those technologies. All right. We did year one. Then we did year 5. Then we did year 15. The age of 65. And the age of 75. So write it down. That's what you do. Nothing more, nothing less. If you want to duplicate, champion, we're going to do things the same way. Don't say why or why not, right? Just do it. You're going to see clarity with action. Action with action comes clarity. So if we all do it the same way, it's easy for them when they're in your training. They hear the same thing that they hear in my training. It makes it easy for you to grow a team. If you do it your own way, I do it my own way, they do it their own way, your team is always going to be confused. Stay on one system. And that way it's a chorus. You start singing as a chorus. If you go, alright, so let's take it all over again. 1 minute. Year one, how much have you contributed? You see, I get to highlight, they get to read it. And that way they're paying attention. If they are not, if you're the one reading it, they're sleeping. If you think about something else. To make it easy to be understood, you highlight the read. You highlight the read. You guys with me? So that you're not shaking your head like the lizard that fell from a Iroko tree. I'm not talking to Tistis. I'm just talking to someone else. Alright, year one, how much have you contributed?
8,860.
What's your policy value?
7,033.
How much can you
How
take
much
out?
can you take out? 0.
Now it's now year 5. How much can you contributed?
Contributed 44,300.
What's in your
Policy value 39,554.
Don't call the change, just give it a big number. How much can you take out?
22,000.
It's now 15 years. How much have you contributed?
132,000.
What's in your policy value?
164,000.
How much can you take out?
164,000.
It is now age of 65. Congratulations, you're now a senior citizen. How much have you contributed?
292,000.
What's in your policy value?
746,000.
And how much can you take out?
746,000.
It is now age of 75. If you're CPA in that policy, how much have you contributed?
380,000.
What's in your policy value?
$1.4 million.
How much can you take out?
$1.4 million.
How much have you contributed compared to how much you cannot take out? Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who does not pays it. You have been paying compound interest in your school loan, your car loan, your credit card, your mortgage. Now it's also your own turn to be on the earning side, not just on the paying side. You can get that through life insurance. That's the first advantage. How much time did I take? 1 minute. Advantage number two, probate court-free death benefit. You must finish it like that. Number two, probate. Don't say probate, that's not enough. Probate, write it down. Court-free death benefit. Probate court-free death. That is the heading. You must count. So, champion, when you present, you must say number 1. If you don't say number 1, that's wrong. Count it. That way the client knows, okay, 1 is over, we're now number 2, number 3, number 4. It's easy to follow. So, number 1, advantage. Number 2, advantage. Probate court-free death benefit. When you drop down debt, checking account, frozen. Savings, frozen. 401k, frozen. But because this is life insurance, it's 100% guarantee it will stay with your loved ones. Whether you die in day 1 or you die on day 100, this money is guaranteed to go to your loved ones. 100% avoid probate. Champion, put a star on this point. You must use the word GoFundMe. This is where the word GoFundMe must be mentioned in your explanation one way or the other. GoFundMe. Do you know why we see all these GoFundMes in our community? It's not because they don't work 3 jobs. It's because we don't understand how the system works. When all that money was stockpiled, you were happy you have 30K in your savings. Now you're dead. What happens? They are all frozen. Why? It's going to court. 2 years after, you're still in court. But because this is life insurance, 100% guarantee will go to your loved ones. Do you know why we see all these GoFundMes in our community? How many GoFundMes have you contributed to this year? Is it because they work lazy? Then they work hard? Because they don't understand this. 100% avoids probate. Number 3, see I'm counting? Number 3, I'm not just doing a lecture of Irati and AC. I'm separating my points. And value number 3. So remember, you must always use the word GoFundMe. You must. So champion, you're going to relate to what is happening in the society. Don't just make something. You're going to bring it home. Bring it home. GoFundMe. Probate court free death benefit. Make mention of GoFundMe in your explanation. Number 3, tax-free death benefit. When you drop down debt, this money is given to your loved ones 100% tax-free. If it was in another bucket, after it's gone through probate, you still have to pay taxes. Right here, 100% tax-free. Advantage number 4, terminal illness. What is considered terminal illness? If you don't use 12, it's wrong. Terminal. illness means 12 months. Don't say 6 months to 12 months. Don't say no. Terminal illness means what? 12 months. No 12 months, you're wrong. It doesn't mean anything else. It means 12 months. Not 6 months, not 10 months. One word, 12 months. That's the meaning of terminal illness. If the doctor says you have 12 months to live, whether it's witchcraft, or it's voodoo, or it's a sickness, or it's a snake bite, doesn't matter. 12 months is the meaning of. So terminal illness is not the name of an illness. It's a time period. You guys with me? Terminal means what? Terminal does not mean cancer. Doesn't mean heart attack. Doesn't mean organ failure. Doesn't mean a stroke. It means what? Terminal means 12 months. Up to 100% of your face value. Not death benefit. Not this one. Not this one. Champion, when you die, you are dead. You cannot be dead and be alive at the same time. That's witchcraft. That only happened in Jerusalem. It never happened anywhere else. When you die, you are here, you are buried. You never can come back to life. When you're talking about living benefits, you are here. Your living benefit is based on what? The face value. 12 months to live up to 100% of your face value while you are still alive. Next benefit. Critical illness. Now, critical illness is a diagnosis. Stroke, cancer, heart attack, dialysis, which is kidney failure, paralysis, stroke, not TIA, but stroke, right? Give me the full one, stroke, up to 90% of your face value while you're still alive. Living benefits are based on face value, not death benefit. Dead, you're dead. While you're still alive. What must you do when you speak about critical illness? You must give a crusade story. If you don't have one, borrow a crusade story. Your crusade story must be divided into 3 parts. When you speak of a crusade story, it must be divided into 3 parts. Number 1, the good life. Number 2, the sickness. And number 3, conclusion. What if you had a policy like this? Advantage number 4, chronic illness. What is considered chronic illness? If you cannot do 2 of the 6 activities of daily living.
Number 5.
Permanent. Permanent, champion, not temporal. If you cannot do 2 of the 6 8 years, another way of saying permanent is OH. So what if you're in a car crash, you have metals screwed into your leg, you're bedridden, but it says you're going to recover in the next 2 years. Are you going to qualify? No. We say permanent, not temporal. If you're going to recover, you can walk again, that's temporal. So you cannot do 2 of the 6 activities of daily living permanent. Permanent. So another way of saying this is that just say OH. Right? Because to make it easy for the average person listening to you to understand, it's just better to say OH. Because when you say it like that, no matter how you try, they don't understand. So I just say what? OH. However, if you are paraplegic, it will pay out as though you're old. Because it is permanent. So the word we use is what? Permanent, not reversible. Permanent. To make it easy for my client to understand, I also say OH, which is what? Age of 65. I'm trying to make sure they understand the point I'm trying to make without them saying that's not what you said. So I just say OH. Even when I say permanent, they still don't understand me. So I say OH. That one they cannot miss. Next benefit, access to cash. You can take out money from your policy as a withdrawal or as a loan. You see, I'm counting my points. Next point, next point, next point. I'm not just moving it like an AC. Keep the order, champion. You're gonna keep the order. Keep the order. The order is super, super important. The champion from South Sudan. The universe a hot mic. So you can take out money from your policy any moment, anytime. Any moment, anytime. Champion, here's where we make a huge error. You can take out money from your policy any moment, anytime. But having said that, how much can you take out in year one? Daniel? You're on mute.
0.
Year two.
0.
Year three.
2,000.
You see, I only focus on one thing. Don't worry about what's in your policy value. No, focus on this. Now your client sees clearly, oh, there's no money in year one. If you don't do it like this, right, your client will call you 1 month after, I want to take money from my policy. Then I say, oh, there's no money here. They're going to say, oh, you scam me. That's not what you told me on that day. That's why I must highlight for them to read it. When you talk about access to cash, you're going to drive it, make sure they don't miss it, champions. Otherwise, this policy is going to cancel 6 months after. They're going to call and say, I want money. They say, no money. That's not what you told me. So you have to read it. How much can you take in year one? Nothing.
0.
Year two?
0.
Year three?
2,000.
Oh, so I have to wait till year three. Okay. Then now, I'm going to go to year 15 and explain now. So Daniel, if you call on this day and you say you want to take out money, they will ask you, how much do you want? I want 64,000. Champion, don't say I want 10,000. Don't say I want 20,000. It makes it confusing. Just take this portion to make it easy for your client to understand. Take this portion. And if you choose to do it a different year, if it was year 16, just explain it based on this portion. Don't be saying 30,000. Then you're making our brains, like you're making people's brains, making things unearthly hard. So if you say you wanted 64,000, they will ask you, do you want us to give you 64,000 as a withdrawal? Or do you want it as a loan? Option number one, if you say, give me 64,000 as a withdrawal, they will give you the money from where?
Policy value.
Policy value. Withdrawal, the money comes from policy value. When you were compounding interest, compound interest, when you're making interest of your policy, the interest you make of your policy is based on this amount. Now that you've taken out 64,000, how much is left?
100,000.
So that means how much money is participating in interest accruing?
100,000.
That's called withdrawal. You have killed a hen that was laying the golden egg. Are you allowed to kill the hen for Christmas? Hell yeah, you kill the damn hen for Christmas. It's Christmas time, let's have fun. Kill the hen, what's that called? Withdrawal. Well, if you want to spare the turkey presidential pardon, you can take it as a loan. If you say you want to take out the money as a loan, they will give you the money where? From your debt benefit. Now listen to this. If you say you want the money now, You see how I am showing everything I'm explaining? I'm not saying it in theory. Every time you see people saying this thing in theory, they don't know what they're explaining. They just cram work. They cannot put the arithmetic to what they're saying. You should be able to highlight for us to see what you're talking about. So if you now say, give me this money as a loan, not a withdrawal, they will give you the money against your death benefit. Now, listen to this, guys. This is where we're going to end. But now, let you understand something here. We're going to end here. This is our last benefit for today. It's 12 o'clock. I was supposed to go all the way to cheeseburger. Oops. Other things took the time, right? And we're going to be done at 12. When you say you want the money to be given to you as a loan, they give you the money against your death benefit. But now, question. Let me unmute everybody. I want you to put it into the chat. Okay? If we say, give me the money as a withdrawal, let's go back to withdrawal. The money is given to us from our policy value. So if you give me $64,000 as a withdrawal, how much money is now left to participate in compound interest? Put the answer. Drop in the chat.
100,000.
Drop in the chat. Champion, this is getting good. Now we are doing hands-on arithmetic. This is our last point. Put in the chat, champions. How much money is left is that participating in the compound interest? So we are here.
That when she's tired, she's just to enter the
64,000 is given to you as a withdrawal. It counts for your policy value. How much money is left participating in your compound interest process? All right, everybody says 100,000, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. Perfect. Wait, somebody says 164,000. My sister. Which is this one now? What is 164,000 coming from? Oh, okay, that was a loan. No, don't get ahead of me. Stay with me. 100,000. Okay, so everybody got it right. Perfect score. GCE examination, Sacred Heart, perfect score. All right, so now we are now on to the loan. When we say I want 64,000 to be given to me as a loan, now how much the money is given to you against your death benefit? Now, I am not talking about not just a loan. I want to add one more word to it: a fixed loan. Fixed loan. Usually we don't use the word, we just say loan, but now intentionally I've used the word fixed loan. We want to take $64,000 as a loan, and the loan is a fixed loan. The money is given to us against the death benefit. How much money is left participating in the compound interest process? Woohoo! I'm loving this. Put in your answer. Drop your answer. The question is, how much is left participating in the compound interest process? It's a fixed loan. The interest rate is 2%. 2%. What are the answers? 164,000. Wow. 101,000. So, wow. The answers are all over the place. Oh my goodness. Somebody says we're now making it over 1 million. This is getting so interesting, man. They say, how much interest are you now making? Somebody says you're now making interest of 1 million. Where the hell did the 1 million come from? Where did the 1 1 million come from? So you've contributed 132,000. We said compound interest is happening in your policy value, but you're making it over 1 million. How's that possible? Don't you love it? I'm liking this, champions. I'm liking this. I love the fact that this is the last point. Somebody says we're now making interest of 1.1 million. Okay. We're going to see who is right. 164,000. It's a fixed loan, champions. 164, 164. Oh my goodness. 164, 164, 1.1 million. 100,000. Joel says 100,000. Wow. 100. What's that? 1 million. Okay, we're making sure of 1,100,000. Isaac Mensah says 1,100,000. I love it. 164,000. 100,000. Don't forget about it. 100,000. Okay. So Fongang says 100,000. Quadwo says 1,500,000. But I wish I was making interest of 1,100,000. Where did the 1 million come from? Oh my goodness. Remember, interest happens in your policy value. Okay. Interest, compound interest is happening here in your policy value. How are you making interest of 1.1 million? Alright. So only 2 people got it right. That means I owe you an explanation, right? Only 2 people got the answer right. Three people now. 3 people got the answer right. Alright. Are you guys shocked? Oh my gosh, so I've been explaining this thing wrong. So I've been explaining this thing wrong in the past. If only 3 people got it right, that means everyone else has been explaining it wrong. Thank God I got caught today. Alright, so here's the answer. If it is a fixed interest rate, that's why I use the word fixed interest. There are 2 types of loans. There is variable loan and there is fixed loan. All companies, regardless of where you are, if it is fixed, the amount of money left here, even though you took it as a loan, is given to you against your debt benefit, how much money is left here? 100,000. The same way it was as a loan, but here's the difference. Here's the difference. The $64,000 that you took as a loan is also taken out from your compounding bucket and is placed in a new bucket. The 64,000 is sitting here. Now, the interest every month, they're going to be giving you interest on this 64,000 of what? It's 2%. You'll be making your regular interest of over 100,000, but for 64,000 that is placed here, they're giving you what? 2% interest. When you took the loan, what is the interest rate on the loan? 2%. So when you take a loan, they're giving you, you're paying the interest rate on this loan is 64,000 that you took as a loan, or the interest rate is 2%. They also remove the same 64,000 from your policy value and they place the new bucket. It's now sitting in a new bucket for which they're giving you what? Interest of what? 2%. You're borrowing from yourself.
But if they do it, look at that, how they call.
You're borrowing from yourself, you're paying back to yourself, and the interest comes back to you. That's what I explain all the times. We just haven't never gone deeper. Remember, we say you're borrowing from yourself. When you take 64,000 as a loan, what do? It's a loan, right? From whom do you borrow the money? From yourself. You're borrowing from yourself. The interest rates come back to you. Remember the interest rate is what? 2%. That's why they put $64,000 in a new bucket for which they're giving you 2%. So you borrow from yourself, you pay back to who? Yourself. Who gets the interest? You get the interest. What do you lose? Nothing. Eat your cake and have it. But here, you are still making interest off of 100,000. But as you pay it back, the money comes back in here. The interest rate of 2% also comes back to you, so you lose nothing. What's that called? Fixed interest rate. Now listen to variable now. All what you guys were answering was based on variable. Now listen to variable. Oh my goodness. So you mean to tell me I've been here for 4 years and I've been explaining this thing wrong? That's on you. We have explained fixed. Now, let me now explain variable. All what your answer was based on variable, not fixed. If you're not saying the same $64,000 is given to you as a loan, but now it's a variable loan. What is the interest rate? It's not 2%. What is it? 4% or 5%? Oh, now. Okay. Now, how much money is left here participating in your interest? Everything. You still have $164,000 in your policy value. Participating in the compound interest process. But the loan you took is not a 2% loan anymore. If you want this is what's called infinite banking. If you want to do infinite banking, you're going to do a variable loan if the company has it. If the company has that as an option. It'll be a variable loan. Interest is what? 4% or 5% depending on the company. How much money is left in here? The interest rate is what? $164,000. So that means we just now open for another word. You're about to learn a new word. Positive arbitrage. Arbitrage. Is that a new word? And then what's the opposite of that? Negative. Arbitrage. What does that mean? Alright, what's the time now? 12 minutes. We're going to end here. But I just introduced you 2 more terminologies. Now don't go this deep into explaining this, right? This is only the first time I'm going to do it. And then maybe 6 months after I'm going to do it again. All of these terminologies, you trying to close a person explaining all of this, you're never going to close no person. Stay on loan, fixed loan is what we explain by default. We don't talk about variable loan. You're borrowing from yourself, you're paying back to yourself, the interest comes back to you, you lose nothing. Eat your cake and have it. Now, if you go deeper into loans, which is going to throw your client off, they're never going to understand this. So don't do it, but understand it for yourself. This is like further mathematics. Instead of just doing mathematics, you want to do further mathematics. If you do variable loan, if you took that loan of $64,000 and the interest rate is 5%, well, that means, what if the stock market did 2%? Well, that means in your IOL here, you're getting what? 2%. Remember that your policy value captures interest anywhere from the floor to the cap. If the market does 12%, they will give you 12%. If the market does 13%, they will give you 13%. If the market does 2% interest, they will also give you 2% interest. Even though we run the illustration at 7.35, doesn't mean you're going to make 7.35. Hell no. It's going to be depending on the stock market. So the stock market performs 12%, you're going to get 12. If the stock market does 4%, you're going to get what? 4%. If the stock market does minus 20% crash, you're going to get what? 0.75. All right, now check this out now. What if?
Right.
Nana, mute yourself, Nana. Mute yourself. What if you took 64,000, right? As a variable loan for which you're paying 5%. And then the stock market crashed that year, and all the interest you made on here was 0.75. What that would mean, you took a loan for which you're bleeding. Remember, a loan is a negative. Let's just say a negative. When you take a loan, it's a negative, right? You've taken a loan for which you're paying interest of 5%. So let's call that -5. And then you kept your own money here, because remember, you see compounding 164,000. This is variable loan. Remember that. So off of your 100, okay, let's say off of your own 64,000 here, the interest you made is 0.75. So you are paying an interest on 64,000 of -5%. But on the same 64,000, you made what? Plus 75. Are you on the winning side or on the losing side? You're losing what? Let's just make that easy. Let's just call it 1%, -1%.
Good morning, how are you?
Sorry guys, let me mute everybody. Otherwise we'll lose our hair. We're gonna lose our hair here. We're gonna lose our hair. Because no matter how you try, somebody is gonna hot mic us. So let me mute everybody. Because there are people who are paying attention, and then there are those who are just here to night. So so there you go, champion. So now you got into a negative arbitrage. Why? Because you're on the losing side. You took 64,000 as a variable loan because you wanted your own money to be making more money for you. Unfortunately, for that year, the market crashed and all you made was what? The floor of 0.75. But you took a loan of 64,000 for which the loan is 5% loan. But you only made 0.65 off of your own 64,000 in your bank. So you're on the losing side by what? -4%. That's called negative arbitrage. Alright, let's go on the positive side. What if you took the same 64,000 as a loan, but the market did, boom, the market did pretty good. And the interest you made here was 13%. The market did 13%. And they gave you 13%. But that would mean you took a loan of 4%, you took a loan of 5%, but you made 13% on your 64,000, but you paid a loan of 5%. So 13% plus, and negative loan is what? 5% negative. What is the difference between what is 13 minus 5? What's the answer? Put the answer, put in the chat, what's the answer? Arithmetic. 8. So that means you're what? Plus 8%. What's that called? Positive arbitrage. Oh my gosh. Which one is this one now? Who is lost now? Oh my goodness. We are back at mathematics. I never knew this piece. I don't like mathematics. That was too hard for me. Anybody? I don't like mathematics. It's too hard for me. Alright. Do you now see, if you're going to go this deep, will you ever close somebody? That's why we stay on fixed interest, 2%. You borrow from yourself, you're paying back to yourself, the interest come back to you, you lose nothing. Alright. It's 20 minutes past 12. We have to end here. Champion, don't forget, make sure SMD parade is going to be real. Make sure you bought your tickets for Las Vegas. SMD, we're going to see you at 1 o'clock in 45 minutes. Same Zoom ID. Same Zoom ID never changes. And then number 2, make sure you bought your tickets, Champion, Las Vegas. Make sure Las Vegas is going to be a killer. This is the QR code for Las Vegas. QR code for Las Vegas. Buy your tickets. Buy your tickets, champions. Buy your tickets. And number 2, make sure I'm going to be studying the QR code for Legacy Star Las Vegas Convention. We are starting Next Level Academy on May 30th, Saturday, May 30th. 2 big leaders are going to hit the floor running. 2 millionaires, CEO Susan Obase and the EVC Aloysius Ikoyi, $1 million earner, are taking us on May 30th, starting at 7 p.m. at night. If you have not yet registered, how do you go to where you register, champions? Where do you go to? LegacyStar.com. It's easy. Champions, LegacyStar.com. LegacyStar.com. Then under pay, Next Level Growth Academy. LegacyStar.com, that's the link. Write it down. Under pay, NLA. If you are an SMG, it's 500. Oh my goodness. If you are non-SMG, so SMG and EMD is 500. Then MGs and below is 300. It is going to be the best 300 of your life. This is an opportunity for a world-class training and mentorship and being around all these big leaders that you will never have the chance to be with them. It's a 3-day uninterrupted on a paradise, a deja vu. We are going on a cruise, but it's going to be a different line. So it's going to be a cruise, it's going to be an all new experience, champions, unbelievable, for nothing but money on money on money. So we are starting on the 30th. It's going to be game on, champion. It's going to be game on, game on, game on. Number 2, I can't wait for our Children's Power Talk Monday. It's coming up. It is coming up. Our Children's Power Talk. Champions, tell yourself I'm going to be a marketing director. We want every single person to be a marketing director this month. It is very easy. 5 licenses, counting your spouse, that's already 1. You're left with 4 more. And then 40,000 points. Very easy. Is that good? And then let's make sure you register for NLA, and let's make sure that you're also in the community hub. The Legacy Star Community Hub, that's where we have conversations. That's our Instagram, that's our everything. And then lastly, make sure you bought your tickets for WAG convention. That's the QR code. Do not leave your spouse behind. Don't leave your children behind. If you have a 7-year-old, let's take them to the convention. Guys, we're going to start putting into our kids early on, so all of this concept they are understanding instead of playing video games in their bedroom. Let's take them to the convention. Is that good? Man, I'm so pumped up. And we have the Legacy Star Convention before convention. Sunday, July 5th, which is the day after Independence Day. Sunday, it's happening, champion. It is happening in Las Vegas. Legacy Star, our first ever convention in Las Vegas. We want to build so many SMDs in Las Vegas so that every year we go to Las Vegas, we are building money on money. Can you imagine we've been going to Las Vegas for all of this year, we don't have a single SMD in Las Vegas? Like, that's embarrassing. Other hierarchies do. Do you know how many SMDs Penny Oil has in Las Vegas? They do a convention over there all the years, but we are going every year to go consume. No, we're going to be producers. We cannot just be consumers. You're paying a flight every year, paying a hotel every year. You're going to Las Vegas, but we don't have a team in Las Vegas. Well, we're starting this year, and we are fixing that equation. We're going to build a team. We're going to catch up to the Penny Oils. We're going to catch up to Rocky She. We're going to catch up to Swan. They have a big teams. In Las Vegas, we don't have a single dot. Not anymore. That's why we are blowing things up. It's a 1,600 capacity. Let's start combing the streets. Champion, you're going to be in Las Vegas super early to make sure you comb the streets. All those Uber drivers, all those ITs, all those dancers, all those dancers, all those RN nurses. This is the day for them. We are starting at 11 o'clock at night. Sorry, 11 o'clock in the morning. 11 o'clock in the morning. Man, I'm pumped up. I'm fired up. We have our Power Talk Monday. Stay tuned. I'm going to post the flyer for Power Talk Monday. It's going to be awesome today. It's going to be a killer. A veteran, and then an IT professional that you've never seen before. Happening today on Power Talk Monday. Make sure